Aside from the green and serene land and breathtaking tourist spots, Caraga region, which Agusan del Sur is a part of, is a place where equally amazing people live. Known to be the home of numerous ethnic tribes, the region takes pride of its well-preserved cultures and traditions that have endured the challenges of time by being successfully passed on from generation to generation. The 6 tribes, the Manobos, Mamanwa, Mandaya, Banwaon, Kalaandig, and Higaunons, who have coexisted in the region, represented this neo-ethnic attire that I'm wearing right now. It mirrors our beautiful indigenous peoples who have been living harmoniously. My headdress represents Kalaandig. The yellow color is of Mamanwa. The beads and patterns are of Manobos. The stripes are of the Higaunons. And the belt is of Mandaya. I firmly believe that no culture is inferior over the other. And so I am wearing this to each and every culture who have made Caraga region in Agusan del Sur of what is today. A celebration of solidarity and cultural diversity, the oneness of hearts. And so as an eco angel and an advocate of responsible tourism, one aspect that I strongly advocate is cultural inclusivity, because I believe that people, nature, and culture will always be interrelated parts necessary for attaining progress in the community. And so whenever and wherever we travel, let's always remember to respect the people, respect the culture, and respect the nature. I am June Syra Papingo Pineda, your eco angel from the municipality of Talacogan, province of Agusan del Sur.
You had very good projections, June Syra, and you had a very beautiful message. It's very important to always look back to our ancestors, to our tribes, and most especially to the nature. And you presented them so well. Ito yung sinasabi natin na hindi ganong kalalaking costume, pero the way you carry it, sobrang ganda niya. And also the way you projected yourself, kaya lumalabas na bongga rin. And yung intricacy ng materials, no? To think na hindi siya ganon nga kalaki siya, pero ayun, since we love diversity, bongga pa rin siya talaga matatawag. So congratulations to you, Ms. Agusan del Sur.
Mapia malulong sa kanulangon. I am your Echo Angel Ricky Ramos, representing the diverse culture and ethnicity of my city, the city of goodwill. My costume is a representation of my city's beautiful, long, inspiring, and colorful history. Maguindanaon Princess Attire displays the rich culture of my city, which was first inhabited by Maguindanaon people. Now, my city has been diversified and inhabited by Christians and Muslims, working harmoniously to achieve lasting peace, progress, and development. I am your Echo Angel, Ricky Ramos, representing the city of Woodville, Ugyon, Yuhom, Tahom, Syudad ko, Palanga ko, Tacorong.
Hello, Rika, right?
Yes, sir.
Where are you? Hi.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm particularly interested in your costume. You're the princess? Are you depicting the princess in the Filipino?
My costume for today is Maguindanaon princess because I do believe that it displays the rich culture of my city, the city of goodwill, and I do believe that in every diversified people here in Tacorong.
Yeah.
Yes, the Christians and Muslims are working harmoniously to achieve this lasting peace and progress in our city. And I do believe that there is beauty in diversity. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. I am your Echo Angel, Japet Lasco, from the Biodiversity of Zamboanga del Sur, Vincenzo Sagon. Zamboanga del Sur is known for its diverse culture and is composed of three major tribes. The local settlers are Christians, the Subanans, the Moro or Muslims. This Moro-inspired attire is an inspiration of representation of the Moro people in its royalty and elegance, and the Moro people in the Philippines
particularly here in Zamboanga del Sur. Today, as we work hand in hand, in taking care and protecting our environment, it would be great if we also take care and preserve our culture here in our nation. As an eco angel, I promote cultural diversity, and I want every Filipinos to preserve their culture and to be proud of their identity. I will and will always be a woman with beauty, purpose, and advocacy. And I am ready to conquer the earth. Sukran wa salam.
Okay. Hello, Jet Pate from Vincenzo Sagun. I love the way you represent your cultural custom, and I have one question for you. In your opinion, what the meaning of the diversity in your life?
The importance of diversity in my life gives me a lesson, particularly here for example, here in our province in Zamboanga del Sur. We are diverse culture. We have different uh, cultures, beliefs, and traditions, like the Subanans, the Christians, and the Moros. But at the same time, and for the equality, we are united. Thank you so much.
One of the things that Zamboanga City boasts is its cultural diversity, evident from its religion, food, people, and many more. This piece that I'm wearing is made from a textile design made by the Yakan. Yakans are traditional settlers of Basilan Island, but some of them settled in Zamboanga City. The Yakan village in Upper Calarian, where I grew up, is a famous tourist attraction because of their art and weaving. Though this traditional fabric was used, the design of this piece is modernized in order to show that modernization can still be attributed to culture. My headpiece is a symbol of a sari manok, which is an ubiquitous symbol of Maranao art. Since Zamboanga City is culturally diverse, I grew up with the idea that whatever religion or beliefs we have as a person, we should never let judgment consume us. Rather, we should spread positivity and love regardless of our culture. I am Angelique Morgia Cabanlong, 21, your eco-angel from the Asia's Latin city, Zamboanga.
Angelique,
Hello, sir.
I love that you use yakan fabric for your costume. My compliments to your designer. And I like the interpretation of the sari manok as your headdress. You have such a beautiful province, Angelique. So, as an eco warrior, how can you push for the preservation of the beauty of your Zamboanga?
I think aside from pushing for the preservation of the beauty of Zamboanga City, I want to advocate for the tourism of Zamboanga, that it is not a dangerous place. Rather, it's a beautiful city full of tourist place that is full of culture. Because Zamboanga City it's a diverse city. That's why there's a lot of people different coming from different religions, and people are still harmonious despite the things that people think about from Zamboanga City.
From the 7,107 islands of the Philippines, having 110 ethno-linguistic tribes here in our country, culture is not limited to indigenous people, nor to dances. Culture will always be the soul of the nation and the identity of a person. For the past 2 days, my town have experienced 100 earthquakes a day that expert says might lead to the eruption of the Great Canlaon. But my people's faith are not shaken. We stand as resilient Lacastelleños, rising above adversities and embodying our culture. Reina Castelia Platano de Luces, a queen and a representation of light and liberty, who guides the people in times of darkness and in times of bounty. My costume is a fusion of Banana Festival and Bailes de Luces, the dancing of lights. My costume is made out of recycled and remodeled materials from old street dancing competition costumes. This symbolizes the resourcefulness, creativity, and innovative people of La Castellana. Maayong hapon sa tanan. Ako si Riza Paula Infante. Hangaway, bugal, kag tiglawas sang La Castellana, Negros Occidental.
So now we understand kung bakit nagkaroon ng konting delay si Miss Castellana Negros Occidental, no? Si Risa Paula, kasi ito pala another pasabog yung pin-repair niya. I know Risa and your designer prepared very well for Miss Philippines Earth 2020 competition as reflected in your cultural attire. What we saw is a combination of modern and at the same time, kinonsider nyo rin yung gamit ng materials, which are made of recyclable materials, no? So we really appreciate that, and we really appreciate also the team effort, your teammate, during the presentation show. I know how it's hard, no, yung the fact that you had that headdress and back piece, as well as yung teammates mo. I know you coordinated so well for this spectacular costume. So congratulations, not only to you, but to your team as well.
Thank you so much po.
Congratulations. Makakalikasan araw, ako si Gian Alianes, kumakatawan sa lungsod ng Mandaluyong. Currently, I'm at the Wakwak Golf and Country Club, and it was established back in 1930 by William James Shaw, who was disappointed that there was a caddy who was not allowed to go to an award ceremony of a tournament that he won because of his status. This place is a representation of what Mandaluyong is all about. Equal opportunities and rights, regardless of race, age, sexual orientation, education, and social status. Wakwak comes from the crows that would roam around the golf course. Today, I am embodying a golden crow. My headdress and my wings were made from reused rubber slippers, while the beading on my attire is from coconut waste. Contrary to popular belief, a crow doesn't necessarily have to mean bad luck. It can also equate to change and transformation. William James Shaw was a catalyst for change, and I hope to be a trailblazer as well, this time for Mother Earth.
Diana, I love your costume so much. Is about a bird, yes, right?
Yes, it
Okay.
actually represents a golden crow because in Tagalog, a crow is un uwak. So this place that I'm in right now, which is one of the staples of my city, is called Wakwak, as I mentioned earlier, because it represents the crows that would roam around the golf course. And I also think that the crow is a very powerful bird. As I mentioned earlier, it equates to change and transformation.
lies the National Museum that houses one Luna's most talked about and most prominent, and the largest painting in the Philippines, the Spoliarium. This painting, in Luna's vision, depicts a gory scene of defeated gladiators for tyrant entertainment. In his interpretation, the bruised warriors are the Filipino people who live to please the tyrant. This is not just a hallmark of Filipino art. This is a stark political statement as well. We made this terno not just to celebrate Luna's art, but to enlighten the younger generation, not to submit to tyranny and oppression. The rosary earlier, made of 99% recycled materials, is a symbolism of the immense faith of the Filipino people. And this sword symbolizes our will for a never-ending battle for the glory of our country. I am Justina Ortega, your eco-angel, proudly standing here on the 449th founding anniversary of the city of Manila.
I'm particularly intrigued why Spolarium, okay? Now the question is, what do you think is the greatest threat in your generation right now?
I believe that one of the greatest threats in our generation right now is the existence of social media. I believe that as much as it has made us technologically advanced, but not being able to manage what we see on social media and the emotions that we get from being present on it every day actually poses a threat to this generation.
And also known as a metaphor of Christ and Mary's ascension to heaven. Elegantly tucked together, this piece truly represents my advocacy and a deeply rooted cultural gem, the unique city of my Parañaque City. Because first it embodies Parañaque's oldest tradition, the Sanduan, which translates to fetch. And I chose this color green, which symbolizes our environment, Mother Nature.
Thank you.
Victorian Sea is a representation of what I'm wearing today. It is combination of Sir Raymond Orteliano's white, beautiful white gown and my own Filipiniana from 10 years ago, which I recycled. This pandemic caused me a lot of stress, anxiety, fear, and depression, which led me to be disheartened and discouraged to further continue my journey in the Miss Philippines Earth ground. But the unwavering support of my family, friends, supporters, engineer angels, and the Miss Philippines Earth organization helped me bring myself back and stand here in front of you to represent my beautiful city, the city of stars, Quezon City. I am Angeline Santos, a woman engineer filled with strength to further enhance my cause to build a world that gives importance to Mother Earth. Thank you.
Angeline,
Hello po.
we're both from Quezon City. I'm also from Quezon City. Saan ka sa Quezon City?
So may ano po, Bahay Toro po.
Sa may Bahay Toro. Naku, mataas ang COVID
Opo.
sa inyo.
Yes,
So,
po.
so I hope you're keeping safe, Iha.
Yes.
As a modern Filipina, what do you think? And since you told us that you went to so much stress in preparing for Miss Earth, do you think
Yes.
that Miss Earth is still relevant in the face of what's happening to our entire world right now, in the face of the threat of the coronavirus? How are beauty pageants maintained to be relevant in the face of this pandemic?
I think the Miss Earth pageant, the Miss Philippines Earth pageant is really relevant nowadays because what we're facing today is a realization of of how we should manifest and take care of Mother Earth. And with the Miss Philippines Earth pageant, we are able to bring out what we want to say and to advocate not just for Mother Earth, but also for humanity.
I'm Iris Mabanta, your Miss Philippines Earth, Pasig City. Pasig is full of history, intertwined with the modern world that we now live in. My cultural attire is inspired by the Dama de Barangay held during the Flores de Mayo. This is the grandest celebration here in Pasig City. Once again, I am your echo angel from Pasig City, Iris Mabanta.
Actually, madalas kami sa Pasig City particularly, interviewing people about different topics. And one of them is about recycled materials. Oo. This one is medyo nag-divert sa usual costume ng Pasig City, but at the same time, ni-reflect din yung, I mean, it can be a national costume as well, no? As you said, Miss Pasig City. Pero anything from your cultural attire na made from any recyclable material? And then I have a question also. If you are a designer, what would be the perfect national costume for the modern Filipina, Miss Pasig City? If you are a designer, what would be the perfect national costume or cultural attire for a modern Filipina?
For the modern Filipina, we are now deemed as empowered women who can do whatever they please because they have the will to do so. And for the modern Filipina, of course, the traditional butterfly sleeves will never be out of style. But of course, I would love the modern Filipina to wear pants so that she is able to move freely and gorgeously.
My name is Nia Llanos, your Equator, representing the Filipino community of Dubai, United Arab Emirates. My cultural attire is Sermanap inspired. The color symbolizes Dubai, the city of gold. The cape shows the iconic sceneries of Burj Khalifa, Burj Al Arab, Dubai Crane, and the Grand Mosque, which explicitly showcases the Dubai beauty and tourism. Designed by Mark Anthony Sanchez. Thank you.
Costume, it's like sun rays, right? Now, my question is, in these tumultuous times we are facing, what would you like to see done to improve the public's understanding of the importance of social distancing, and why?
Thank you for that question. I do believe that during this pandemic, everyone should be aware of the laws imposed by our government, and then to be able to achieve that, we need to practice social distancing and as much as possible stay at our home. Because by doing that, we flatten the curve and we save lives. Thank you so much.
Australia didn't make me less Filipino. If anything, it made my family and the Filipino community more determined to ensure that our heritage and culture would never be forgotten by the future here. Without a fail, the Filipino community has celebrated many festivals here in Australia, such as the Sinulog Festival and Dawn Mass celebrations for Christmas, that my family is heavily associated with, and the Filipino Fiesta, with my Lolo being one of the pioneers 30 years ago, which is now organized by my tita, which just shows how our culture is already being passed down to the next generations. To show this, I decided to represent Australia through my Filipino culture, because what makes Australia are all the cultures that thrive here, as it is a multicultural country. The headdress is made up of recycled materials and cultured pearls, which is significantly abundant in the southern ocean of the Philippines. It is also a symbol of royalty in the Muslim Mindanao, and also a big part of the traditional Santa Cruzan or Flores de Mayo, which is inspired by the crown of Virgin Mary. The designer of my Filipino terno is DJ Abustan from Lukban, Quezon Province. It is a balloon skirt created using indigenous materials of abaca, buli, coconut shells, and pandan leaves, arranged in a design inspiration pattern in a radial motion, featuring a Spanish architectural band stage or kiosco, a place where Filipino political and public events were held during the Spanish colonization and pre-American times. I am Eliza Marie Mendoza, your eco-angel representing the Filipino community of Melbourne, Australia.
We can call or ask Mr. Jerry Sunga. What do you think, Sir Jerry, of this ensemble that Miss Melbourne was able to come up with? Sir Jerry, there we go.
Thank you. Hello. Hi, Alisa. Yeah. There. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Lisa? Okay.
Hi.
The question is, I seem to see that you're... Are you
Yes.
okay? Okay. I seem to feel that you are family oriented in a way.
Yes, very,
Okay,
very
great.
happy.
Great. Now my question is, with everything that has been going on recently, how will you handle the responsibility of the crown if in case you win the title? How will you handle the responsibilities on top of your job, family, marriage, and current life?
So currently, as I had planned in the beginning, I was willing to put a pause to everything so that I can give it my all in terms of holding the crown of Miss Philippines Earth. As for now, during this coronation, if I am to win a title, I would, of course, be moving to Philippines if able to, or I would be doing what this pageant did virtually. I would spread my message and communicate with the Philippines through technology and the social media platform.
Great. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Angeli. Alyssa, you look so beautiful, and I love your costume. And then you have the like a plant and flower in your costume. I have one question. The plant and the flower is a part of biodiversity in our Earth. So, what your opinion about our biodiversity now in the Earth now?
Sorry, can you please repeat the question? It's a bit, yeah.
Can you tell your opinion about our biodiversity now in our Earth?
So I have seen a lot through social media and articles that I have read that people believe that Mother Earth has been able to regain her former glory due to the fact of quarantine and the coronavirus. It has helped us reduce our carbon footprint. However, even though the Earth is flourishing, I hope that the people only use this as a sign that through our hard work and small actions, we can actually benefit the Earth.
Thank you.